Hello, my name is Ali Liban from Prospera Clean Tech Company. First of all, I would like to thank Invest Ottawa and Lead to Win for the help they are giving us on this on the work which we are doing, and to Mr. Hussein Abdi, my partner, who is based in Ottawa. We are really grateful for the help you are giving us. I believe that clean energy is very important for economic development. This is why I started on this initiative many years ago, and I outlined this in my personal profile and our submittal. But I would like to add that economic development is very important in many African countries, and this is what pushed me to work on this challenge at a personal level many years ago. As I said in my personal profile, I felt strongly about the level of economic development in my own country, in Ethiopia and in Somalia and many African countries. And I thought I should do something about this as an engineer. That was the basic reason why I started on this initiative. When I went back to Africa, the first thing which I noticed about many of these African countries is that climate change is a major problem, and that because climate change affects rainfall, and rainfall is important for agricultural and food production. There had to be something which can be done about this. And in the years which I spent in Europe, there's rainfall is available for most of the year, and people can grow food. But in many African countries, and especially in semi-desert areas, the rainfall is not very reliable. And this is the first thing which I noticed about the difference between Europe and Africa. And the most noticeable thing about this is that the solar intensities. In Europe, the solar intensity is not very high, but in desert and semi-desert regions, the solar intensity is extreme in many locations. So I thought, if there is a way of reducing the solar intensity, maybe then there will be a way of enhancing rainfall. And I searched for this for many years, and as an engineer, I felt a little different from other engineers because I was working on a big challenge, and it gave me an internal energy to keep going. And it was a special kind of personal challenge, and that was the main source of my energy. But the solution had to be something which can be utilized on a large scale, because a small scale cannot affect the solar intensity. And I searched this in local university libraries for many years. And that's how I came across the concept of mirage. And mirage, I found out, operate in space also, because the solar radiation passes through atmospheric layers in different temperatures, and the difference in temperature changes the refractive index, and the change in refractive index diverts the solar radiation. So, in fact, solar radiation does not reach us in a straight line. That was my first finding about mirages. And it was an exciting finding, because this provided me with a larger scale system, which I found out also operated on a smaller scale on the ground, and also in even smaller scale, because light diversion of light and refractive index can be scaled up or down for different applications. And it was a very exciting time. And this is now the basis of our invention. And much later on, I found out, I designed that laser beams can be utilized for heat generation in the atmosphere, and that the rotation of these laser beams can be utilized for receiving incoming solar energy, and then this will be focused for a non-solid method of focusing solar radiation. And we base a number of inventions which can be scalable for solar farms, for something which is like a parabolic, something to for parabolic mirrors, and with many advantages, because the laser beams do not require much factory manufacturing, transportation, and all these things. So now we would like to introduce this invention to Canada, and maybe we base our company also in Ottawa, and for product development. And at the time when I started on this challenge, there was little talk about climate change, and this was back in the 90s. And at that time, I felt there was very little support for ideas. But the problem was too big to ignore. And I felt that help will come sooner or later. And that was one of the things which encouraged me to keep going. Because the problem is, I knew the problem was not only confined to Africa, but also energy and economic development are also very important. So at present, we are faced with energy shortage and climate change. So for a country like Canada, it's important to create jobs, and it's important to mitigate the effects of climate change. And these are two big challenges. And existing clean energy equipment are too costly for major challenges like this, because they require manufacturing, they require transportation and installation maintenance, which increase costs. So our non-solid method of clean energy generation is likely to reduce these costs. So a country like Canada can achieve job creation and mitigate the problem of climate change at the same time. And Canada is not alone in this problem now, because industrialized countries like the USA and UK and France and Japan and China are facing similar problems, and we would like Ottawa to be the center of this new technology. We would like to base our technology in Ottawa. So Ottawa will be a clean energy hub for the whole world, not only for Europe and Asia, but also for Africa. So this is our plan, and I am sure that we have a mutual benefits, and I will work with you with the same dedication which kept me going in the past years. I will continue my dedication to work with you, and we look forward to the next level of this of my challenge. Thank you very much.